Invasion predictions? No. I'm not making such a crazy thing. I would never gamble like that. Don't be crazy.
Very quickly. So U.S. officials we spoke to said they're preparing for every contingency.
Okay, we're back. It's whenever you talk loudly. No, dude, it's not. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Preparing to launch another round of airstrikes on Iran. Top national security officials have presented President Trump with military options for a strike.
F-35 is not a dogfighting plane. It's a long-range stealth missile system, as far as I know. I thought it was multi. Isn't it like supposed to be used? I don't know about fighter jets. I'll be honest, but I thought it was like supposed to be capable of everything. I don't know what's going on. The CIA is surely cooking the stream. Yeah. Not only is it supposed to be, I thought it was supposed to be multi-use, but then also on top of that, the so fucking expensive on top of everything else is that it's like each individual branch has its own version of it too, which I feel like is not very cost effective. I mean, I guess on the side, oh wow, it's totally gone. The internet is totally gone. I mean, it's like dropping and then coming back. It's so fucked. I don't know. Isn't there a technician supposed to be coming right now? Flexibility is supposed to be the whole point. I think I've at least read a little bit into it, and with my totally uninformed opinion, I think the reason why the F-35 is designed the way it is so that Lockheed Martin can make as much money as possible, and that's why it's not. That's why there's so many different components. Like the concept is, oh well, the Navy needs different uses, or the Army has a different use for it. The Air Force has a different use for it. Like everyone has a totally separate use for a fighter jet. And the F-35 is supposed to be multi-role, and is a capable fighter that is like well-rounded and can cover all the bases. And I think it's just straight up a fucking money sink. Anyway, there's a doctrine for it behind its variants. Get Murad in here to talk about it. He's a Boeing guy, bro. He's going to talk mad shit about Lockheed Martin.
That could be carried out soon. But sources tell CBS News the president has not made a final decision. Charlie D'Agata is tracking the massive U.S. military buildup in the region. Charlie, yesterday, General H.R. McMaster told me there was an 80% chance of military action in the region. What are you learning this morning?
Yeah, Vlad, this is moving very...
Oh, yeah, the AWACS, the 68% of our available E-11s are now in place as well. Last check, like 2/3 of the E3 fleet. Again, the MilSim / OSINT autist can inform me on this, but isn't that a lot more than last time? Which feels like they got really spooked by the 12-day war, and they want to make sure that their surveillance capabilities are intact, and they want to make sure that they can hit more missiles in the air before they actually get to before they actually reach Israel. Like, they are deploying a fuck ton. They are deploying a fuck ton of airborne radars in order to try to intercept the missiles before they reach Israel. And I don't think, like, given all of the assets that were moving there, I don't know if it's just like an intimidation. I feel like they want to do something. It's not big enough. I don't think it's still big enough of a fleet that means that, like, there's full-blown invasion, right? Because I think we had a higher percentage of assets in the invasion of Iraq. No. But I do think it's large enough that they are worried about. It's large enough that they're maxing out as many radars as possible, and their strike capabilities. And it's not like, it doesn't look like they're gearing up for a full-blown military occupation with boots on the ground. I might be totally wrong. I'm reading the tea leaves here, but it kind of feels like they want to strike, and then they want to be able to defend Israel after they strike. It's too small of a force for a boots-on-the-ground military invasion, not enough ground assets, but larger than last time around, especially with radars. And it's a fairly significant military buildup in the region, one that, to me, looks like they want to bomb Iran and try to take out as many of their missile launchers as possible. Try to take out their air defenses, whatever remains of their air defenses, and then hopefully pray to God that Israel doesn't get punished too hard. Invasion predictions? No. I'm not making such a crazy thing. I would never gamble like that. Don't be crazy.
Very quickly. So U.S. officials we spoke to said they're preparing for every contingency. Will be ready to strike as soon as Saturday. Now, that could range from like limited airstrikes to what could be a drawn-out conflict with Iran.
Isn't it cool, by the way, that we're just all talking about fucking blowing up a foreign country? Isn't that wonderful? It's wild. No one is like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. It's like 80% of the country doesn't want to do this. Every other foreign ally in the region doesn't want this to happen. Saudi Arabia doesn't want it to happen. Except for one ally in the region, of course, and that is Israel. And it's like you got everybody in the region within striking distance of Iran going, please don't do this. Like, please don't do this. This is not good. Not good for anybody. Let's not do this at all. And Trump's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
I'm going to come.
That's where we're at. It's fucking awesome. And then people will be like, "Whoa, Hasan, why do you care so much about Israel? Why do you care so much about Israel?" It's like, go ask that to fucking Lindsey Graham, man.
It means an incredible show of military might, moving not just one, but two aircraft carriers to the region, the Lincoln, which is already there, and the world's largest warship, the Ford, which just crossed the Atlantic after playing a key role in the operation in Venezuela. So in total, you're looking at like 20 U.S. Navy ships already that are there or headed to the Middle East. And this isn't about like just possibly attacking Iran, but defending against possible retaliation, strikes on the U.S. forces in the region or Israel. So the Pentagon has begun to pull some of roughly 30 to 40,000 U.S. troops out of the region to places like the United States and Europe.
So, Charlie, help me understand something. Why is this happening now? Aren't we holding talks with Iran in Geneva?
Vlad, listen, it's a fair question, right? But it's what the White House calls maximum pressure strategy. So they have this massive buildup despite the diplomatic talks, or together with the diplomatic talks. Second round of talks this week hasn't led to a sort of definitive agreement as far as the White House is concerned. The U.S. wants to be prepared if and when the talks fail. So the U.S. demands a tighter hold on Iran's nuclear capabilities, monitoring of uranium stockpiles, and this is important, the restriction of ballistic missiles. So President Trump is seeking a more comprehensive deal with Iran that offers more control and transparency than previous deals. Nate?
All right, Charlie, thank you.
Bad things will happen if Iran doesn't make
really
a
bad
deal.
things.
What will that
I'm not going to talk to you about that.
Okay, can you just let me know, what is the goal if there is a U.S. military
Well, we're
strike?
going to make a deal, or we're going to get a deal one way or the other.
But with a military strike, is it to wipe out their nuclear
I'm not
program?
going to talk to you about that, but we're either going to get a deal or it's going to be unfortunate for them.
And you said today 10 days. Have you given them a deadline firm to make a deal?
I would think that would be enough time, 10, 15 days. pretty much maximum.